Hey guys, another video, another exposure. Today is January 4th, 2020. This is the documentation of my attempt to deal with my choking phobia I have. I'm diagnosed with something called choking phobia. Basically a fear of choking on food that's irrational. So how you deal with it is you have exposure therapy. So you rate your anxiety on a scale of 0 to 100 before and then after you do your exposure. So I feel like I'm doing this so much that it's just become self-explanatory at this point. Rate the anxiety 0 to 100. On choking on food, 0. So then obviously it's supposed to be higher. I mean, I'm not gonna ask for it to be higher. I mean, usually when you're doing exposure, it's supposed to be higher. Then you eat the food. You see where your anxiety is now. Oh, it should go down. I'm gonna get some pills and take them. It'll also show you how choking phobia is related to swallowing phobia. If you have choking phobia, you more likely have some degree of swallowing phobia. It depends which one's more pronounced. For me, choking phobia is. Well, definitely swallowing phobia can come up. So I'm just gonna take up pills, and I'll be right back. All right. 1 pill for blood pressure, 1 pill for acid reflux. And I take them one at a time. I mean, some people take them. I've done that once. I mean, I'm not a big fan of it. I've even dry swallowed pills, and I dry swallowed pills once in my life that I can remember. I was on this whole kick of like swallow everything, choking phobia sucks and everything, and it was like just before my, I guess you could say my second denial of I guess therapy. I didn't like who I was becoming doing that, so I do one at a time. Have the Coke. I mean, I can rate my anxiety, so here's the pill. Scale of 0 to 100. I feel choking, like it's a pill, so it's a foreign object. Yeah. I'll go with a 5. So it's actually higher than the food. Perhaps because I haven't documented it so much. I always do it off camera, so it's a 5. And the next thing immediately afterwards you do, you just do it, guys. You just put the pill in your mouth and swallow it like you normally would if you wouldn't have anxiety. And then you stay with what's happening right now. Thoughts are happening. I was gonna choke. With this emotional reasoning, is the pill really as bad as it is? Is this emotional reasoning, or is this some sort of like thing in my life that's real because I dropped the blood pressure pill when I was getting it out of the container? So the thought came to my mind, oh, my dad told me to never really eat pills that came from the ground, so there's safety, all of that comfort, family, so we can get into that. I mean, it's not so much what I want to get into. I mean, I'm more trying to get into like choking phobia and how that connects to other anxiety disorders and how to deal with it. Although it's definitely things around you connect to your anxiety. So that's that. 0, I mean, it didn't really go, wait. Yeah, I can't really tell you how much it went down. I just think by continuing doing the exposures, it'll go down. For the food, it went down. So before my food gets cold, I'm going to watch the rest of, excuse me, A&E interventions, A&E's Obsessed about Scott, and then we're going to go into thinking errors. We'll learn about thinking errors together. All right, guys, remember, stay with it.